can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Boy, all that like Kenny. Still got crack, they fiendin'. Flow still hot like Phoenix. Shine so bright, I'm gleaming. This off top, I'm tweaking. Fresh out the rat like Neiman. And I'm still tryna fight my demons. Cause we all gotta act like Tina. That's why I gotta ride with the Nina. Outside, it's a war going on. Make me put my hands on my head like the Macarena. They want you walking on board like Kima. Ain't give a F to you like John Cena. Putting blood on the brand new Beamer. Tryna earn they stripes like Adidas. You get cold when you ride with the heater. It'll turn you to a dog like a Keto. And expose to a cat like a cheetah. They smoke my partner like reefer. Dímelo porque yo no entiendo. Mi gente must really need Jesus. They shed real blood. I never seen the crypt and I believe it. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy.
Welcome in to the WAG Show. This is episode 87. I'm your host, Ben Hostler. We are here to talk about today's best bets. It is Tuesday, June 20th. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend. A little road trip for me yesterday. If you guys didn't see, but I went to the Pirates game. That was fun. I've never been to that stadium. I liked it a lot. They have a pretty nice stadium. So if you guys have never been there, check it out. Rico, what's up? I think it's definitely better than Cleveland Stadium. Sean, what's up? Better than Cleveland's. I've only been to like 5 or 6, but it was up at the top. I think Truist Park, Atlanta, is the nicest one I've been to, but PNC Park was pretty nice. It was pretty cool. Hopefully you guys had a better day than me yesterday in terms of betting. I put 3 bets in yesterday, and for the first time, I think in like 2 weeks, all 3 lost. But good thing is, if you look back at the whole season for me personally, if I've had a bad day, I've had a really, really good day the next day. So tonight, hopefully, is going to be pretty good. I do have some spots that I'm considering. So we're going to run through the games today and talk about them. If you guys have any bets that you guys are taking in the chat, let me know. We can talk about those. Good old reverse sweep. Yeah, Sean, it was rough for me yesterday. It definitely happens, but you feel like such an idiot, when that happens. First game of the night here, we have Braves, Phillies, Rangers, Suarez, who's been really, really good, against Spencer Strider, who has been not so good. So if you guys, I don't know, like if you guys are in the Discord or something, maybe you'll know, but 2 starts ago, Spencer Strider, his velocity was down a little bit, and he did not have a good start. And I was kind of like, we'll wait and see if that continues. And we'll see how he looks in his next start. So his next start came against Detroit. There was like a rain delay, so then he got pushed back a day. So then he started against Detroit, and again, he just really didn't look that good. So I don't know. I'm a little concerned for him at this time. I don't think he's hurt or anything, but he's just definitely going through a rough patch. Dewan, what's up? Travis, what's up? So I'm a little concerned about Spencer Strider. I'm kind of in wait and see mode with him now. Earlier in the season, yeah, if you're in here, I saw a couple people like the stream. If you're in here, it helps us out. Earlier in the season, you guys know we were kind of in like the territory where if Spencer Strider was pitching, we just bet the Braves first 5 every single time that he was pitching. I don't really think we can say that right now. I need to wait and see, because I don't like the velo drop. I do not like what I've seen from him in the last few starts, especially he's going up against Detroit, who is notoriously bad against right-handed pitching, and they were on it, and this is a concern. Spencer Strider in himself, a very good pitcher, but Spencer Strider in himself is an outlier, because if you look at it, he really only throws 2 pitches, and typically if you only have 2 pitches, you cannot make it as a starter in baseball. You can't make it multiple times through an order with 2 pitches. Typically, that's how that works. So the fact that he only has 2 pitches and does it at an extremely high level, I mean, that shows you how good his fastball is. But, maybe that plays into it. I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see. And on the other side of this game, Ranger Suarez has been good for the Phillies recently. So, I think if I had to lean in this game, I would lean, first 5 run line, maybe Phillies. I'm not going to bet it, I don't think, but I do think I would lean towards the Phillies here or Phillies first 5 just because of how Strider's looked. I'm going to wait and see before I bet on him again. The next game, we have Orioles and Rays, Tyler Glasnow, Kyle Bradish. Kyle Bradish is someone I like. You guys know that. Tyler Glasnow, he's been inconsistent since coming back as well. Travis said in the chat that I'm using the sports betting research tools available on betcomer.com. That's accurate. They're also available in the app. So you can download the app for free. Spike, what's up? Download the app for free in the App Store. And then go in there. Live trends. It's this tool up on my screen right now. It's the best tool in the industry. I use it every single day, and it's 100% free. Kyle Bradish is someone I like to bet on. Tyler Glasnow, he's struggled. I mean, we've only seen him for a few starts this season, but if you look at some of the StatCast stuff on him, his ERA this season is 3.43, but his expected ERA is almost 7. So he's kind of been getting by. Looks like he's due for some regression. This is a small sample because he hasn't pitched that much, only 21 innings. But, I don't know. It's tough to bet against Tampa at home, but I don't love what I've seen from Glasnow. He's a minus 180 favorite here, minus 175 on DK, minus 178 on FanDuel. So I think my lean here might be, Orioles first 5 run line also. I mean, I don't know. I'm probably not putting any bets in on those 2 games specifically, but I actually like the underdogs more in those games, I think, given how those 2 favored pitchers have looked. In the third game, we have Royals, Tigers, Daniel Lynch, Michael Lorenzen. Michael Lorenzen has outperformed his metrics all season. He's looked very good for the Tigers, been one of the bright spots for them. Daniel Lynch, I'm not a big fan of. And the Tigers hit left-handed pitching pretty decent. Tigers are very public today. 85% of the tickets are on them, but 92% of the money. So they're getting some big wagers as well. Definitely lean Tigers here. Minus 148 on FanDuel, minus 150 on DK. I think you could play them like that. I think you could play them in a parlay. Definitely lean Tigers in this game. The next game is very, very interesting. We have the Toronto Blue Jays against the Miami Marlins. Miami is red hot right now. And Toronto is coming off a game yesterday. I mean, the Marlins beat them 10-11-0 yesterday. Miami's red hot. I'm not a big Kikuchi fan. He's been all right for the most part this season. I'm not a big fan of him, though. Yuri Perez, I'm a big fan of, but you can also paint the picture. He's due for a little bit of regression, too. I mean, he's really, really good, obviously. But, I mean, he's got a 1.8 ERA, something around that. 1.8 ERA. His expected ERA is 3.8. So his expected ERA is 2 full runs higher than his actual ERA. 3.79 expected ERA is still very, very good. But, that does tell us eventually he's going to have a bad start at some point. I don't know if that's going to come today or if it's going to come in the future. It does give me a little bit of pause betting on the Marlins when he's pitching because you just kind of know it's like impending doom that bad start is going to come at some point. But at the same time, the Marlins, they can hit lefty pitching a little bit, and they're just red hot. So I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on this game. I've went back and forth. I've thought about betting the over. I've thought about betting the Marlins. I don't know if I can't figure out the Yuri Perez thing. I like him. I've bet on him. If you guys are in the Discord, you guys know I've bet on him quite a bit throughout his first few starts in the major leagues, but I don't know. I don't like betting against the team. Toronto didn't score a run yesterday. I don't know. Is that going to happen again? Probably not. So I've thought about betting the over, but I don't know. We'll wait and see. You guys can stay tuned. If you're premium members, maybe I'll put a play in on that game later. We'll see. I do like a play in this next game, Cubs Pirates. Obviously, I went to the Pirates game last night, and I like the under here. So it opened up at 7.5. It moved up to 8. What do you feel about Ohtani going against a lefty pitcher today? Yeah, Ohtani's good, lefty on lefty. Right, like he can hit righties, lefties. It doesn't matter. Ohtani's pretty much the current form of him is the best we've seen. I think you could take him, any night. I don't worry about handedness with him. He's just so good. How was the game? Game was fun. Obviously, I bet on the Pirates, but I didn't really have an allegiance to either team. It was just cool to go. Stadium was really cool. I can actually tell you Ohtani's numbers against lefties too also. Hold on here. Let's see. Pull these splits up real quick. So he's definitely better. You drove to Pittsburgh. Yeah, it's not super far from me. He's definitely better against righties, but his numbers are still really good against lefties. So against righties, he's got a 183 WRC plus, which is elite, 346 ISO, which has got to be tops of the league, pretty close to it. 659 slugging, like really, really good numbers. Is that on the app? We don't have like data like splits and stuff for players on the app. No, you can look that up on Fangraphs though. It's free. So he's definitely better against righties, but against lefties, still really good numbers. Almost a 150 WRC plus, 292 ISO. He strikes out more against lefties, but he still has really, really good batting numbers against lefties. So I wouldn't worry about it if you want to take him. Anyways, okay, so back Cubs Pirates. The Pirates cannot hit a thing right now. This was evident in person. They weren't getting many hits. They would walk a lot. They had the bases loaded multiple times, and then they would get out. I think they left 9 or 10 on base yesterday. So I like the under here. Like I said, opened at 7.5. It moved up to 8. And I think you can take the under 8. It's minus 115 on FanDuel. I'm going to be betting that. I like the under 8 in the Cubs-Pirates games. And Stroman, Stroman's due for regression, but he's been due for regression for 4 years. He's one of those guys that, he always outperforms his metrics a little bit, and he gets a lot of ground balls. So, I don't really count on the Pirates doing much against him, given how they've been hitting. And Oviedo's underrated too. He's pretty solid. Let's see. Stroman's numbers against Pittsburgh's current roster. We have 85 plate appearances, 250 average, 281 weighted on base. Not very good. So I like the under in that game tonight. Next one, we have Cardinals, Nats. We have Mackenzie Gore, Jordan Montgomery, 2 lefties going at it. I don't really have a lean here. I saw a lot of people were on the over in this game yesterday. That easily went over. I think they scored 14 runs. They had like 11 runs through 5 innings. So I could see people going back to the over here again today, just because they scored so much yesterday. But I don't really have a lean there. Yankees, Mariners, George Kirby, Garrett Cole. This is a really good pitching matchup. Over under is just 7 runs. So Vegas clearly obviously respects these guys. Yankees are slight favorites, minus 112 over on FanDuel. They're minus 115 on DK. A little bit of sharp money on the Mariners, but nothing crazy. I don't know. I don't know what to do with this game. I think you could bet. I think for this specific game, maybe if you want to do like a same game parlay, I think you could do, like Garrett Cole 5+ Ks and George Kirby 5+ games. Let me see what that would pay out. That's minus 225. So I don't love that. Let's see if we do Cole 6+. If that makes things better. Yeah, minus 170. That's a little bit better. So maybe if you wanted to play this game, I think maybe George Kirby 5+ strikeouts, paired that with Garrett Cole 6+ strikeouts, pays out minus 170. You might be able to get better odds on DraftKings or something like that. because FanDuel, like I said, if you guys watch this, FanDuel is typically a little bit sharper with their lines. So you might be able to get a little bit better odds on that. But I think that's a good little same game parlay. Nerfy. Yeah, Nerfy in this game looks fine. If you guys know, I don't really bet a lot of Nerfies, to be honest with you. But let me see what the odds are on it. Let's see here. FanDuel has it at minus 162. I mean, that's pretty juicy. I definitely, I think if you get anything past minus 120 on a Nerfy, I don't know. I don't feel great about it. It's too fluky, in my opinion. So minus 162, no. I think how I would play that, if you wanted to do that in this game, take the under 1.5 runs in the first inning, which is minus 450, and pair that with like, Cole strikeouts or something, like pair that with something maybe, as opposed to, I don't know. I don't like minus 160 on a no run first inning. I think that's a little trappy. Curious your thoughts on Eovaldi under 2.5 earned runs when you get to that game. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Let's see here. Rockies Reds. Can we just clap it up real quick for our Cincinnati Reds? The Cincinnati Reds have won 9 of 10 since we bet them to make the playoffs. If you guys, I hope you guys watched the stream because I obviously talked about it on here, but we bet them to make the playoffs at plus 1,400. And I bet them to win the division when I did that. I think it was, I don't know, plus 2,000. And they currently have the divisional lead now by like half a game. They're down. They went from plus 1,400 to make the playoffs. They're down to plus 350 to make the playoffs. So, that's what happens when you rip off nine wins in a row, swept the Astros. Pretty incredible stuff from our Cincinnati Reds, but shout out to them. Stay hot. Keep it up. We just need them to make the playoffs. That would be great. If we could get the Diamondbacks, which obviously looking really good because they're in first place they're, way above 500. But I think we got the Diamondbacks at plus 400 to make the playoffs, and then the Reds at plus 1,400. If we can cash both of those, we're looking really good for futures. To give out futures for football? Yeah, so I don't know how we're going to do this. I think that we'll have a stream here coming up. Obviously, we're just in this period where it's just baseball. So we'll have a stream coming up where we'll talk some NFL futures. I'll give some out on stream. I'll do some articles on some. But if you want like I'll probably have like a full card. NFL is so much more fun than basketball or baseball for futures. So Travis Waters, stop tagging everyone, please and thanks. See, the people get mad at Travis. So first of all, I'm not Travis also, just so you guys know. Secondly, Travis owns the channels. So, he can kind of do whatever he wants, I guess, because he owns the Facebook channels. You can mute the notifications, though. Whoever said this in chat, if you don't want him to tag you, you can mute that in your notification settings. I don't know if that helps you out, but Travis is kind of like a dictator. I mean, he owns the Facebook channel, so he kind of can just do whatever he wants, even though it annoys a large quantity of people. But you can silence the notifications. Getting back to the NFL futures, though, I will have a full card of futures up for premium members. That'll be part of BetCarmer Premium. You can sign up. It's $1 a day. BetCarmer.com/pricing. I don't know when I'll give that out. It might be July. It might be August. I have no idea. But I will have a full, I don't know, probably 15 or 20, picks given out. But we'll definitely talk some on the stream, and, I'll write some articles for some. If you guys watch the stream, like a month ago, I've only taken one NFL future so far, and it's Ravens to win the Super Bowl 25-1. So, I'm assuming at least a couple of you are riding that out with me. Anyways, though, so Reds, they're looking good. Big favorites again today, so would love to see them get a win. Would love to see them sweep the Rockies. Ben Lively against Davis. I'm not laying minus 190 on Ben Lively, but I think you can use the Reds as a parlay piece. They're red hot. I don't really want to go against them right now. So Reds can go in a parlay, but I'm not betting them straight at minus 190. Oakland A's, Cleveland Guardians. We have Aaron Savali against Ken Waldichuk. This is like, I hate betting on the Guardians, so I don't want to bet them. I did see the Guardians are calling up Gavin Williams, so I don't know when he's going to be starting, but if you guys don't know, Gavin Williams is one of the best pitching prospects in baseball. The Guardians have called up 2 young guys this year, Tanner Bybee and Logan Allen, and they've both been really good, but Gavin Williams is even better than both of them. Gavin Williams is very, very good. I have high hopes for him. I'm excited that they called him up. So that's somebody. Gavin Williams is somebody that we'll probably be betting on a lot. I don't know when his first start is supposed to come, but I saw that they were calling him up. I'm not betting on Aaron Savali, though. So, especially at minus 250. Pass on that. Over 9 is interesting if you wanted to bet in the Cleveland game, but I'm not laying minus 250 on Aaron Savali. Red Sox Twins, we have Cutter Crawford, Bailey Ober. Cutter Crawford's kind of nasty. He doesn't throw super deep into games, but he is he's kind of got some good stuff. I bet on the Twins yesterday. That was a disaster. I mean, they were minus 120 to win the game, I think, or minus 130, minus 140. I don't even remember. They were decent favorites, and they got destroyed. So if you guys are familiar with the stream, earlier in the season, we were betting the Twins a lot, and they were finding ways to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. So we went on a little diet of the Twins. We didn't bet them for like a week and a half. It was like a cleanse. So we might go back on the Twins cleanse. I'm not going to be betting on them. I like Cutter Crawford, though. So if you guys want to play here, maybe Red Sox first 5 or something like that, I do think Cutter Crawford is pretty decent. So I would be comfortable. I'd be comfortable betting on him over Bailey Ober. Diamondbacks Brewers. Arizona absolutely destroyed Corbin Burns yesterday. I don't even think he threw 2 innings. Now we have Colin Rea against Ryan Nelson. I don't know. I think the over 9 looks good here. So I guess DK has it at 9.5. You can get it at 9 on FanDuel, which I like because you get that little push potential. But yeah, I mean, it's tough to go against Arizona right now, but I think over. Ryan Nelson, definitely the way he throws at guys with his fastball, I think he definitely can give up some runs. And Colin Rea, I haven't been super impressed with. So over 9 will be my lean in that game. Mets Astros. This is a gross game to bet on. I think really good pitching matchup. Justin Verlander, Framber Valdez. That's why the total is just 7.5 runs. A lot of money coming in on the Astros. Only 53% of the tickets, but 73% of the money. So there's just been some pretty big wagers on Houston here. They're minus 145 on DK. They're minus 152 on FanDuel. So I think Houston is a good look here if I was looking for a play in that game. Spike, you had that question about Rangers, White Sox. Nathan Eovaldi. Obviously, we have him facing off with Dylan Cease. Eovaldi, someone I've been pretty happy to bet on this season against Dylan Cease, someone I don't really want to bet on much. I think Dylan Cease, it's pretty likely he's probably going to him or Giolito definitely are getting traded at the deadline. I guess Giolito might be a little bit more likely, but I wouldn't be shocked to see Dylan Cease get traded. I lean Texas here, and I don't hate that. I don't hate that bet of under 2.5 runs a lot. I'm sure there's probably some juice on that, but I don't hate that spike. I think it's a good spot for Texas, and it's a good spot for Eovaldi. Let me see what his numbers are against the White Sox if he's thrown against them a lot. Only 50 plate appearances. He doesn't have super good numbers against the White Sox, but I mean 50 plate appearances is pretty small. Dylan Cease on the other side has really good numbers. Again, small sample size, 50 plate appearances, but really, really good numbers against this Rangers team. 195 WOBA allowed, 29% strikeout rate. So who do you like for a home run today? Sean, I'm putting a home run article out after this stream. So there's a couple guys I'm looking at, but I haven't finalized yet. But I will have an article out. It's just I was obviously driving back this morning, so a little bit behind today relative to other days. I don't know. Maybe I'll pause on the Rangers a little bit, but I don't know. We'll see. Last few games tonight, we have Padres Giants. Seth Lugo against Anthony DeSclafani. I bet on the Padres yesterday. They choked. I like the Padres again today. I don't know. I guess I have a Padres problem, but I would lean Padres in this game again. And then last game of the night, this is a fun one. I'll definitely be watching this tonight. 10:07 Eastern. Clayton Kershaw, Reed Detmers. I mean, Kershaw, pretty much the best pitcher I've seen in my lifetime. And then Reed Detmers, good young lefty for the Angels. Really, really fun game here. A little bit of reverse line movement. 75% of the tickets on the Dodgers, but that line has moved a little bit, 5 cents towards the Angels. I think the over actually might be a good look here. I would not be shocked to see the Angels get a couple runs off Kershaw. I think if you could tell me that the Angels can get 2 or 3 runs off Kershaw, I think the over would be looking really, really good here. There's some sharp money coming in on it. 82% of the money, 64% of the tickets. And let's see. Let's check numbers. Kershaw against the Angels, pretty decent numbers. Reed Detmers has struggled against the Dodgers. Really, really small sample, only 20 plate appearances, but he has definitely struggled with this Dodgers team. But I would lean over here. I don't know about a side, but this is going to be a fun one to watch. Favorite prop for today? I haven't looked at the props yet, really. I think that one that definitely stuck out to me was Garrett Cole strikeouts. I mean, he has a 28% strikeout rate and 140 plate appearance sample size against the Mariners. That is a pretty 140 plate appearances. That's pretty good against an active roster. Like, that's not his numbers against the Seattle Mariners. That's his numbers against the actual players that are currently on the Mariners. So that's a pretty decent sample size. 27.5% strikeouts, pretty good. I mean, we saw this Seattle team there's a lot of strikeouts in this lineup against right-handed pitching. I mean, we saw Lance Lynn just looked like Nolan Ryan striking out 16 or whatever it was. So the line's at 7.5, but I think you can comfortably. I mean, Garrett Cole, he's been up and down at times this year, but over 7.5 Ks against this Seattle lineup. There's so many strikeouts to be had at the bottom of this lineup. So if you ask me my favorite prop, I would probably say Garrett Cole strikeouts for today. But I might have some more analysis later on. We'll see. You can ask me in the Discord, but. Overall, I mean, I think that does it for all the games. It is Dinger Tuesday, so if you guys are on FanDuel, make sure you opt into that. All you do is bet $25 on a home run prop, and you get $5 in bonus bets for every home run that's hit in the game of the guy that you picked. So you don't even have to hit your home run prop. If I bet 25 on, I don't know, what do you think, guys, is a good game? Let's see here. Let's say like Reds Rockies, right? So if I bet $25 on anything for college game tonight, yeah, I'll definitely be looking at that, Stephanie. I've gotten into that. Obviously, I bet Wake Forest yesterday, but I definitely look at the college stuff. So if I bet $25 on whoever, Ellie De La Cruz to hit a home run tonight, plus 450, I'm gonna get from FanDuel, if you opt into the promotion, I'm gonna get $5 per home run hit in the Rockies and Reds game. It does not have to be the guy I bet. If there's 5 home runs hit in that game, then I get $5 for those home runs. So go sign up for that. If you don't have a FanDuel Sportsbook account, you can click the Sportsbook promos link at betcomer.com. You can get pretty big bonus for your first time signing up. Can you do a stream or article on your predicts for the top NBA free agents before 6:30? Yeah. One of these days, I think normally it's like Thursdays, there's not a lot of basketball. Or there's not a lot of baseball. Now that NBA finals and stuff's over, we can talk about that on Thursday. I also think the NBA draft is Thursday, right? So that would be a good day to do that. So we could talk about that and talk NBA draft stuff, because there's typically just not much going on Thursdays. So that would work out, I think. Thank you guys for watching, though. I really appreciate it. We're back on schedule now. So tomorrow, 3 p.m., I will be back to talk about tomorrow's bets, recap today. Good luck with your bets tonight, guys. Sign up for the premium if you want access to my bets. We've been really, really good bouncing back. So if you didn't sign up yesterday, you missed out the 0 for 3 night, and maybe you'll sign up for what will be a good night tonight. And still up like 17 units for the season. So it's not like it's been that bad. Just, bad day yesterday. But good luck tonight. Hop in the Discord. You can click the chat room link in the free app. So hop in the Discord. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.